My name is Charles Ayubu Nyombapu. I'm a chairperson of these groups. We are two degree programs, which are environmental science and management, but also Bachelor of Tourism Management. In this course, we visited organizations. This organization is called Led Life Organizations. Without waste our times, let me welcome so as introduce the groups so as to continue the other activities. My subordinates, welcome.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. My name is Sharifa Kesi. I am ESM Year 1. I'm taking the degree program in Environmental Science and Management. Let me take this opportunity to welcome other members of the group for more participating.
I'm Mary Pascal Tuba, first year, Environmental Science and Management. I'm Anifa Minga, degree holder of Tourism Management.
Rehema Mohamed from Environmental Sciences and Management.
Gawa Tulia, Environmental Science and Management. Regina Emmanuel Dizosa from Environmental Science and Management.
And first year, Gray Haule from Environmental Science and Management.
Shedil Didason Danieli from Bachelor of Tourism Management. Your studied in Story Masoni from Environmental Sciences and Management. Lamek Yakobo Mola from Environmental Sciences and Management. I'm Joseph Jackson Hondi from Environmental Sciences and Management.
Thank you, my fellow students, for their short introduction. As we went to the Led Life organization, we learned on different things. As I'm here to introduce the speakers who will going to introduce this following aspects, like introductory part, level and function of management, organization and planning process and type of planning they implemented, organization opportunities and obstacles to development, challenges and approaches of organization, and finally conclusion and recommendation. Let me welcome Mr. Dios for the further classification of the introductory part.
Yes, as I introduced before, my name is Dr. Nestor from the Sciences. I'm in front of you to introduce concerning the introduction concerning the Drive organization. During our visitation to the Drive organization, we have learned much concerning this organization. First of all, this organization is a non-governmental organization. Non-governmental organizations are the organizations which are non-profitable, and also they are not driven under government authorities. Led Life organizations includes different objectives towards its development. Among of these objectives are, first, a Led Life organization is involved with the provision of formal education to the new generation of Tanzania, as it is used to take the street children, which are most vulnerable children, and providing them with a formal education. Another thing, Led Life organization is involved with agricultural projects. This agricultural project is aimed to produce food for the Tanzanian and even to supply in different societies which will be in need. Another thing, Led Life organizations has aims to conduct training and the maintenance concerning economic activity. Lastly, Led Life organization has a plan to improve the health and allied sciences toward the society. The aim of all of these objectives is to ensure that there is sustainable development in Tanzania. Although this organization, it has its missions and the vision. All this mission and the vision, they aim to ensure that the Led Life organization performs its activities in efficient manner. Lastly, which I have gained from this organization is that it has a structure which enables to explain the roles and the responsibilities of all members of this organization. By concluding, I can say that this organization has different forms and structures which correlates from those we have learned from theory. By understanding the structure and the role of performance of this organization, we are able to correlate with our studies. Thank you.
Environmental Science and Management, and I'm here to verify about level and
functions of management. As we all know and learn from the theory, there are three types of levels of management, which are top level of management, middle level of management, and the lower level of management. In our late life organization, we have collated them in those types of level which we have learned in the class, which are, first of all, board of directors, secretariat, and the office barriers. Starting with board of directors. Board of directors is the top level of management which is formed by 5 members, which are chairperson, which is the president of board of directors, secretary, which is also a managing director in the office barriers, and he also consists of treasurer and 2 members which are board members, and it's an odd number so as to give great relations for decisions making. In the medium level of organization, which is the secretariat, this is made up by agricultural project manager, human resource manager, and managing director, which link between the top level of management and the lower level of management. And we found the lower level of management, which is the office barriers, which perform day-to-day activities in the organizations, as supervised by the medium and the top level of organization, which are office barriers, consist by the chairperson, secretary, and the treasurer. Thank you.
Lamek Yakobo Mola, taking the chance to express about organization process. In red drive organizations, we say about how to control the organizations. From these organizations, it be under the board of director to control all organization process. This organization process include short-term process and long-term process. From short-term process, this take after 3 months up to 6 months, but long-term process include in every 1 year. After complete the year, the board director concludes all budgets in the year and how can he organize the organization. Second,
as I've introduced myself before, I'm Joseph Jackson Hall. I'm here to discuss on issues concerning opportunities and obstacles to development. When talk about opportunities and obstacle development, is the methodology or participatory community planning process for harmonizing and empowering the individuals or the participatory approaches, thus facilitating the individuals from lower or bottom approach to the positive outlook. There are 2 key terms, which is opportunities and obstacles. When we talk about opportunities, these are the resources which are commonly found within the surroundings that individual can use. But when we talk about the obstacles, these are the hindrances to the optimal utilization of opportunities to development. It can be as economic obstacle, social obstacle, or even political obstacles. But when we visited at Late Life organization, we have observed some different opportunities from that organization. Also, we have observed some different obstacles. For instance, Late Life organization, it has offers valuable opportunities to the community and societies through its expertise, collaboration, interactions with individuals around that area. Also, there are some hindrances that encounter that organization that must be addressed so as to empower the sustainability of development of the whole community as well. When talk about O and OD at Tanzania, it was initiated in 2002 with major aims so for the whole community or the whole organization to fully participate in issues concerning the budgeting and planning of that organization. Thank you for listening.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Leaderson Chedil again. As my friends have spoken about what we experienced in that organization, Led Life organization, I'm here just to add what we also experienced and observed. According to our visitation at that organization, we experienced that the organization is facing some challenges, and among these challenges are financial problems. As that organization first project is just to provide education to the children who are orphans and the street children. These organizations, it needs a lot of money just to operate the daily activities concerning that organization. So it needs financial, funds from the donors. So once the funds become late, the donors doesn't bring the money at the required time, the organization is facing some challenges, especially in operating these, paying salaries to the workers. Another challenge is just poor support from the surrounding community. Sometimes the organization is facing a challenge of supporting from the surrounding organization. We find that the organization has street children, but you may find that the surrounding communities has orphans, has also street children, but they don't want to bring them at that organization so as to get the education. But also sometimes they don't provide even assistance to the organization. Another is insufficient resources. At the organization, it's require enough resources for providing quality education, but also nutritious meals for those children who are studying at that school. Again, we observe that there are some approach that can be applied to solve these challenges, and one among those challenges are just to interact with other stakeholders. By interacting with other stakeholders, the organization can gain something from other stakeholders on how to operate the daily activities of that business. Another approach that can be applied is just to improve infrastructures of that organization. These classes, but also way toward the location of the organization. So by improving that, we will make sure that these challenges may be solved. That is, thank you.
As introduced before, my name is Maria Mohamed. I studied the Bachelor of Environmental Sciences and Management. I wanted to conclude about the general topic about the administration and the management, which studied at the Led Life Organization. Led Life Organization plays an important role in our country, like taking the orphans from the orphanage and the vulnerable children for provision of schools uniforms, transport, food, and education. Through this services at Light Life Organization, it play important role in our country to reduce the poverty level in the country and generate the leader which can leading our country later. I want to recommend it from the Lady Life Organization through the different activity which occur. Lady Life Organization provide education which both formal education and the religious education, but based on only Christian education, which makes a base in other religion like Muslims and others. So I wanted to take the ratio between the Christian religion and the other religion. But also Lady Life Organization depends from the partner, which is not improper because there is sometimes we make the challenge where partner do not provide any funds. So as Lady Life Organization should stretch their activities and the business which can make them to fulfill their activity at a particular time. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your short and brief explanations about all those stages in which we studied about Landland Organization. Let me take this opportunity to welcome my chairperson for finalizing about our project.
Before to complete, I would like to thank the director and the founder of this organization is which tries to give and to elaborate more to cooperate with us on the knowledge concerning with the principle of administration and management. But also, I would like to thank the